This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com. What is up, Janksters? It's your boy Graham, also known as HamHawks42 on the internet, and today we have an interesting deck. I'm doing something a little bit differently. Normally with the deck tags on this channel, I focus a lot on standard and occasionally dip into like Explorer and Historic, but today I'm doing some Historic Brawl. That's right, we're doing some 100 card singleton action on Arena, because doggone it, it's a fun format. I play a lot of it, and I don't share enough content about it, so that's what we're going to do. If you enjoy this and want to see more Historic Brawl decks, please let me know in the comments, give it the thumbs up, sub, all that happy jazz, and tell a friend, let them know that they're here. So, today, I'm going to start with one that is near and dear to my heart. It is the style of play that I enjoy more than anything else, and come to think of it, it actually matches the colors of my favorite commander in paper as well, which is kind of fun. And we're going to be working with Biolante, Plant Beast Form, aka Nethroi, Apex of Death. This is one of the Apex Predators from Ikoria, specifically the Abzan one, the one, you know, green, black, and white. And it's a mutator, as all the Apex Predators were, which is great. It's a 5/5 Death Touch lifelinker for either 2 white, black, green, or mutates for 7 for hybrid white, green, black, black. So it's very much black centric, which is great. And then whenever this creature mutates, you return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this is effectively a mass reanimation spell in our command zone. In order for that mass reanimation spell in our command zone to be effective, we need a couple of things. We need a creature upon which we can actually mutate, and we need things in our graveyard that are worth bringing back. And we need to be aware of that power 10 or less caveat. A lot of the times what that means is a couple of small utility creatures and one big bomb. Like, that's what it means a lot of the time. Although, we do have some synergy in here that allows us to grab potentially more than you might think. And I'll start with that, actually. Now, we have 100 cards here. I'm not going to go through every single one. The full list is in the description below if you want to take a look at it. But in general, we have a lot of small creatures that mill stuff. Like, you'll notice we have, you know, Deathbound Sprout, Stitcher Supplier. We have Bone Shard's a great, you know, discard outlet, Mire Triton, Wailing Gold. Like, basically, if it's a small non-human creature that and therefore eligible to be mutated, and it mills when it enters the battlefield, it's probably in this deck. Yeah, we have a lot of that. That is important. It's clutch, actually. For this deck to work, we need that. We do have some other, like, reanimation abilities as well, like Priest of Felrites, you'll notice, is a human, but it's also a reanimation, you know, ability, which is pretty fantastic, and it itself has Unearth. So it's good in the graveyard, it's good on the battlefield, your opponents will prioritize removing it, it's just generally decent stuff. Then we also have a couple of other mutate effects. Glowstone Recluse, Necropanther, and the like. You know, we also have things like Dirge Bat, because not only you get this effect when this creature mutates for the first time onto something, but if you mutate another creature into the stack, this triggers again. And so you can do this turn after turn if your opponents don't check it, if you've got other stuff to mutate atop it. So we definitely want plenty of mutate targets, you know, in the mix as well. Now, I noticed I mentioned some synergy. And I want to mention Scourge of the Skyclaves. I want to call out this card in particular because it combines beautifully with Nethroi in a weird way that is a little counterintuitive. Like, to the point where if you're in paper and somebody tells you the way that this works, you are more than welcome to, like, call a judge or ask somebody, because it doesn't sound right, but it is. So Scourge of the Skyclaves, its power and toughness are each equal to 20 minus the highest life total among players. Well, in Historic Brawl, your starting life total is 25. If at least one of the players is still at 25, you or your opponent, Scourge of the Skyclave is a -5, -5. And what that means on the battlefield is that it's going to die immediately just due to state-based action because its toughness is lower than 0 or lower than 1. So, okay, that is what it is. But in your graveyard, it means it has a power of -5. And if somebody is gaining life, if your opponent has life gains, or we have a couple things that can gain life in here, then all of a sudden that negative could be even higher. Well, what that means, though, is that if you choose it as one of the targets for a Nethroi mutation trigger, it reduces the total cost, or the total power, rather, of all the cards selected. Meaning, Scourge of the Skyclave is a -5. As long as we select Scourge of the Skyclave, we can select 15 power of creatures and bring them all onto the battlefield. Scourge will come out, die immediately, but that's okay. We got all of our value. And when you've got big targets like, oh, I don't know, Griselbrand and Villas, Broker of Blood, notably, who both have combined power 15, all of a sudden that works out really, really nicely if you manage to get both of those in the yard. So we have a ton of high-end reanimation threats. I mentioned Griselbrand because he's just the biggest, baddest of them all. And honestly, I have found with this deck, if Griselbrand sticks, you usually win. Like, it's kind of no surprise, really. Like, the card has been the modern reanimation staple for a freaking decade or whatever. Like, it makes sense. The card's incredible. 7/7 flying lifelink, and you can draw 7 cards for 7 life. It's nutter butters. The thing is absolutely bananas. And Villas is very much the kind of bargain basement Griselbrand, but why not both? You know, it's pretty fantastic. Both of those get just huge chonkers on the field. It's beautiful times. We also have Razaketh, who's another great reanimate target as far as a demon is concerned. We also have Sheoldred Whispering one. Your opponent sack things on their turn. You reanimate on yours. All good things. We also have a Breach, because of course we do. And then, yeah, again, just a ton of, you know, kind of your reanimation, your expected reanimation suite. And then basically, if there's an Abzan mutate creature, it's probably in here. Anyway, so that is the deck in a nutshell. We can kind of do the mutate stack shenanigans where, you know, we're killing creatures all the time. We get an insatiable hemophage and we can drain our opponent for victory there. Or we can just loop huge monsters out of our graveyard repeatedly to fantastic value. That's really what we're going to do. So let's run this thing out onto into the historic Brawl queue and see what we can do. But yeah, like I mentioned, if you do enjoy this, please like and subscribe. I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to the patrons that make this show possible. We're going to be talking a little bit more about them at the end of the video, where we do kind of detailed credits. And if you would like to have your name included in those credits, you can do so for as little as $1 a month over on Patreon. So with that, let's jump out into some gameplay. All right, we have an opponent rocking Omnath, Locus of All. I see Carrion Grub and Unburial Rites. This is interesting. If Carrion Grub can mill us into something decent, maybe? Honestly, this... Haunt of Hightower in the opening hand, and honestly, even Unburial Rites in our hand doesn't feel great, if I'm honest. All right. I find myself debating... That means that I gotta mull it. This I'm gonna keep, even though maybe it's a mistake as well. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and rock out the Throne of Death. So at the beginning of my upkeep, I'm gonna be milling a card, and at some point later on, once we have creatures in the graveyard, we can pay 2 and a black, tap, exile them to draw cards. So that's fine. Let me go ahead and mill that land I need. Cool, cool. You love to see it. Stitch Supplier time. Can I mill 3 lands that I need? That's the question now, isn't it? 1, okay, and then 2 chonkers that we can't really do anything with. Okay, yeah. So a land off the top would be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And honestly, opponent, if you want to kill that Citrus player, I'm not mad. There it is. All right, cool, cool. Do we save that? I think we save it. Although I could also drop it as a, well, I only have 1 green. I think I'm gonna save it so the Throne of Death can draw us an additional card. We need to make sure we hit the 4th. If we don't hit the 4th land drop, we're up the creek. So we're gonna sit on that. Stomping Ground's coming in tapped. Okay. Let's go ahead and Hemophage is dope. I think I'll let the Harvester go. Exiling creatures out of my graveyard does make me sad, I'm not gonna lie. I don't love doing that. Breach, let's go. And the Temple. So, okay, cool. Cool. Restoration of a Ganjo is interesting. Do we have any 2-drops in the yard right now? I mean, we have some lands. Actually, you know what? I think I want that. I think we keep those. All right, so now I'm just gonna rock out a Necropanther. This puts a 3/3 body on board that our opponent, you know, hopefully answer. Well, no, I don't hope they answer it, but they may have to answer it in some way. So does Lightning Helix. Fine, that's okay. That's a Lightning Helix that you know, my other stuff isn't gonna have to deal with, so it's okay. I'm gonna miss that Necropanther because we had some stuff we were gonna be able to start looping our graveyard in interesting ways, but honestly, that's okay. Restoration of Aganjo is especially potent here, specifically because it's gonna search up a plains, allow us to hit our land drop for turn, and then the chapter 2 gets, oh, never mind, we mill it, I'm an idiot. Don't mind me, everybody. Don't mind me. I'm just being a doofus over here. Honestly, scrying is kind of useless while we have that going. You know what, Hemophage? Love you, buddy. Time to go. Sunlit Marsh. Okay, cool. Alright, Omnath gets to do the value thing. Just draw an extra card. Alright, they've got all 5 colors represented. That is pretty good. Foretelling. Okay. I'm still feeling like such a doofus for letting that restoration just mill. Alright, but we're filling the graveyard more. It's all good. You know what? I don't know if you saw what I saw. I thought Griselbrand hit our graveyard. Oh, that Cruelty of Gix. That's a bummer. I could have used you. You would have been fantastic. Alright. Liesa, the Forgotten Archangel. 4/5 flying lifelink with some other stuff going on. She's basically a Leyline of the Void. You know, my opponent's things dying go to exile, and then my stuff, when it dies, comes back to my hand. Unless, of course, they kill her, which they will. As they should. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a whole heck of a lot of sense. Invasion of Urgamins. Sure. Alright. So at this point we have the Sterix. If we draw an untapped land, we have Breach the Multiverse, which could get us a Griselbrand. We do not. That's okay. That is okay. I'm halfway tempted to just cast out Biolante. You know what, though? I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to rock Teaching to Kieran. We're going to mill more. Fill that yard. Just fill it. I want as much in that yard as humanly possible. I'm then going to... Oh, I don't have the mana. I only have 1 green left. Dang it. No! No! Alright, that's a bummer. Alright, let me see if I can find that land. I'll go ahead and exile the Wailing Ghoul. That seems like one. I meant like this turn, not just in general. Alright. Man, I am not playing at my best right now. It's almost like I've been at this for a while today. Invasion of Vryn. Okay, so our opponent appears to be on the full-on battle plan, and I gotta say, that's pretty cool. Like, I'm into it. So, opponent, and they have the Invasion of Segovia in there too. Like, honestly, heck yes. Let's see it. Bring the battles. Bring them. You want to be able to copy a spell. I don't want to let you. I got this chump. I'm a chump all day. All day or day. Let's go. Okay. That is, in fact, a land. So let us breach the multiverse. Alright. Opponent's graveyard, hard whiff. You love to see it. Except for that part where I said you love to see it, because you way don't love to see it. I mean, I'm not grabbing Griselbrand. Alright. It's a bit anticlimactic. You know, hitting a complete whiff from our opponent really frickin' bites. That bums me out dramatically. But we're at 23 life. Our opponent is sitting on Omni-Noms and some battles. Let's see, they got Eerie Ultimatum, Invasions, and removal. Invasion of Ravnica, okay. Exile. Man, why you gotta go in exile, huh? Why you gotta be like that? I mean, of course you're gonna do that. You should do that. That is 100% the correct thing to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate Gristle Daddy. Draw 7 cards. I see that Konrad. I like that Konrad. I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. Put me down to 9. Don't care. Let's go. All right. So, yep. Grizz Daddy has hit the bin. Honestly, I kind of like our opponent's style. The commitment to the battles is kind of fun. I'm cool with it. Now, next turn, the Teaching of the Kieran is going to flip. So we will be able to mutate on top of that, which is something. All right. Royal Eruption going after the Invasion of Zendikar card. No, that could have gone after my face. But it did not. I'm jazzed about that. Because that could have put me down to, what, 2? Because that would have been 3 damage plus 4 from Ami Nom Nom Noms. Alright. Let's see, so we can throw the scrapyard and plaza. Let's just do plaza. It's simple, it's effective, it does the thing. And then I'm going to attempt to cast out Syr Konrad. Hi, Syr Konrad. He's pretty tight. Fairly dope, if you will. I'm gonna drop Mire Triton because it presents a Death Toucher and also gains us a little bit of life while getting our mill going. So that seems good. All right, so we got Konrad pings in the mix. Now I can Besaijo the Overloaded Mage Rings, or I could Bone Shards Omnath. They don't have any floating mana right now, so I think I'm gonna blast Besaijo here. I want to get that Overloaded Mage Ring off the field. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but I don't like it. Meanwhile, the Mire Triton can tangle with Ami Noms if need be. Okay, so they get a land. We are gonna give them a land, which is whatever. Also, it's funny, like playing Brawl, and doing kind of these like off-stream narrations while I'm playing Brawl. This is different for me, and these games last a lot longer than, you know, the standard matches that we normally do on this channel. So it's fun. I'm liking it, but yeah, it's definitely different. Anyway, again, if you want to see this, let me know in the comments. Yeah, engagement, make it happen. It's good stuff. All right, so the Overloaded Mage Rings have been blasted. I'm assuming they have more burn spells and the like, and I don't want them popping off with those. All right, so I need to keep 7. Bone Shards isn't going anywhere. That card freaking slaps. I would like to keep the Scrapyard as well. Sterix, Gem Razor. I think I can let Klex go. Castle Garen Brig. You know what? Nah, let's grab. Let's hang on to Klex. But we got 4 Konrad triggers real quick. Poppity pop pop pop. All right. I fear I might be slow playing as well. It's not my intention, but all right. There we go. We have a board established. They're still drawing 2 cards a turn. That is not ideal. We have 38 cards left in our deck. Mill has been successful. Into the fire. Yeah, that not being doubled is really nice. But they do get to flippy flop these, which is problematic to say the least. And on top of that, Konrad also is a human, therefore I can't mutate on top of him. That is noteworthy. But yeah, so here comes the Guild Pack Paragon. Ooh, and this is sequenced in such a way that the Paragon does Casualties of War. Man, opponent, I don't like your style. That's rude. That's just rude. Yeah, so Connie's gonna eat it here, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? I can bitch about it. Just like that. That's the noise of someone bitching about things. That's, yeah. Oh, Sacred Fire, that works too. That also triggers the Guild Pack Paragon. Dang it, they actually built her on Guild Pack Paragon? Dog. Can't even be mad. That's actually pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, it's like completely schooling me here, and I don't love that fact, but still. Invasion of Alara, let's go. All right. Woof. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I don't have a 1-drop or 2-drop. Drawing into a mutatable 2-drop would kind of be the dream. And we didn't. That is an artifact creature. That is great. That is super cool. All right, so I'm going to set down the Auspicious Sterix. I'm then going to mutate under set auspicious hysterics. We're gonna get this trigger, which goes and grabs a something, puts it onto the battlefield. That something happens to be an old Rutstein. That's not bad. We can work with that. And then we're gonna go ahead and take out Omnath finally. I'm gonna discard Garenbrig to do that. All right, cool. So we're hanging on. We're hanging on. Our opponent has done some cool things. They are getting things done. Of that, there is no question. I cannot deny it. Arn's Epiphany. Sure. I mean, that card just wins games when you cast it. So, alright. They establish a little bit more of a board. Get on to 1 mana, or 2 mana because the Paradise Druid. Sure, you Bone Crush it. Yeah. Now they're going all in on flipping their battles. The amount of damage that they have sent to the battles would have been enough to kill me by now. Had that all been going face, I would have already been dead. I don't know that the value they've gotten off of sending all that damage to their battles, I don't know that that's worth it in the end. At the same time, I might still lose this game, don't get me wrong. They're successfully killing all of my critters, and it's not great. Like, I'm not loving that. But all the same, that's a, like, so much damage has been sent towards those battles. Yeah, and like right here, this is still... Yeah, I'm not going to give them the flip immediately. They're going to be able to probably kill Rusty here, but that's fine. No, maybe not. Let's see. Invasion of Amonkhet. Balls. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Gonna discard the scrapyard. And we've got... I mean... Vision of Asgul. Sure. I want to sack Rusty, believe it or not. Us having that insect that we can mutate on top of is really important right now. Let's go. There we go. We're doing the thing. Let's see. Nethroi, count on you, buddy. You got 1 mana open. Do they have a shock or something? If they have a shock, I'm going to be so pissed. No, they made black. Is that Fatal Push? It's probably Fatal Push. All right. No, maybe not. Oh, they're exiling. Yeah, they exiled Connie out of my graveyard. That's smart. Yeah. That was correct. You should do that. All right, cool. So Carrion Grub is listed as 0 power in the graveyard, so that's basically free. We've got Razaketh. We've got Liesa. We've got all of our big time buddies here. I think I want... I mean, Villas is just an 8/8 F off that can draw me a whole bunch of cards. I like that. The Liesa also being a lifelinker I think could be relevant here. Grab Liesa, World Shaper. Let's grab Mire Triton. And Stitcher. No, let's grab the Blanchwood Prowler. Alright, let's go this route. So I'm going for quantity over quality right now. Might regret this. Temple of Silence, sure, get in the hand. And we hit a couple more mill triggers. Alright, Castle Lochthwain can go pound sand. Alright, I am going to go ahead and swing here. I want that lifelink, doggone it. I want to gain that life. Cool. Oh my goodness. All right, Florian, what you got? Back up to 13. And I've got another mutator in hand, so I get to do that crap again next turn. And if World Shaper dies, boy howdy, my hand is gonna get swole. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, what you gonna exile? Probably my Dreadhound. Getting rid of my Konrad was definitely a bummer, because that would have been amazing. Dreadhound's good. Oh no, Boneyard Lurker. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. Not a bad hit. Yeah, Armor Scrap Courge is pretty great. Shatter. Well, we draw a card at least. And we're going to gain a whole crap ton. Yeah, all their stuff went into exile. This is actually going to go back to my hand. So I'm going to decline that. Honestly, that wasn't bad at all. So So now we're gonna basically just on end step bring all that to our hand. This is gonna name green, I guess. I don't know that it matters. Yeah, because now we have all the mana in the world because of the World Shaper triggers. So that's nice. I like those. Gonna get our scry on. Don't need that. And then we're gonna get another scry on. Let's see what we got here. Journey. Ooh, Journey to Eternity tight. I like that. I like Journey to Eternity very much, as a matter of fact. Let's do it. Alright, opponent, Omnath is coming back. Sure. As he is wanted to do. And a Deep Root Wayfinder, but now, yeah, hand. Put it in the hand. That'd be fantastic. We are going to rebuild this board so fast, you guys. Take a look at this. This is going to be fantastic. Tan-fastic. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just drop this real quick. I'm not even going to worry about... We have so much mana. Don't know what to do with it all. Like, doesn't much matter. Sure, I guess. We're then... gonna mutate here. Do I not? No way. The auto tapper is having trouble. Alright, there we go. Don't know what that was. I was about to say, we have it. I know we have it. Alright. We're gonna get that back. Let's grab up. Let's get Dreadhound in the mix. Yeah. There's those two. It's fine. It's fine. And now Dreadhound can start doing its thing. We're gonna go ahead and mutate atop, or no, under rather. Nethroi. Keep it moving. Let's get Villas, Undead Butler, and Deathbonnet Sprout. Seems decent. We only have 13 cards left in the deck, and we're gonna continue to mill here because that's just what we're doing. So this could be problematic. We'll see. Gonna play Sexy Clexy. Get out here, buddy. Honestly, I'm just gonna fail to find that. That's fine. Let's give Klex the old flippy flops. Oh, that mills 10 cards. I should have thought before I did that. I'm gonna kill myself because I'm an idiot. Cool. I love killing myself because I'm an idiot. It's fun. All right. That said, whenever creatures die, so no, it's not. We're not over yet. Or no, we are. We are. Huh. Let's see. Maybe not. Is there any way I can cause some more life loss? That's all we need. We just need some more life loss. Reanimating Shelly here seems good. Because this kills a thing. Whoop. Am I otherwise tapped out? Oh, there we go. Glowspore Shaman. Never mind. Never didn't have it. Mill 3 cards. Put a land on top of the library. Feels good. That comes in tapped. Our opponent sacks Omnath here. All right, cool. We're good. Managed to pull it out somehow. I think we're fine. I think we got this. If they can force us to draw a card, we're dead. If not, we 100% got them. And that mill, flip it. I forgot. I just straight up forgot that mill, that 10 mil. That was maybe not smart, except for the maybe part. That was like way not smart. All right. And with Dreadhound down, if they kill any of our dudes, we get triggers. So that would be great. I'd be down to clown on that. And they just shocked that in. Wondering what they were going for with that. They might have a plan here. They might. Explosion on the invasion. Okay. That's interesting. Depending on what they drew into, they might have some action here. Yeah, Awaken the Maelstrom is very powerful. Target player draws 2 cards. If they target me with that, they win. I don't know if they see that, but they would. No, they target themselves. Okay, okay. We looked out there. That was a dodge and a bullet. Big time. Big time bullet dodge. Cool. They're going to blow up the Vorinclex enchantment. Whoo! Oh, the misplays. The misplays, everybody. Cleansing Nova. We just win now. Because now Dreadhound triggers. Yeah, Dreadhound triggers. I just got to make sure. Yeah, we got those delay triggers, then the Dreadhound triggers, then this stuff. Okay, cool. Perfect. Yep. There we go. Holy cow. This was an epic battle. Like, this was a battle for the freaking ages. I can't believe we pulled that one out, despite some epic misplays at the end. One of the problems with running mill, you need to be aware of your graveyard, and you need to be willing to, or you need to be aware of your library, rather. And you need to make sure you don't mill yourself, because, yikes. Yeah, dodged a bullet on that one. I'd rather be lucky than good, though. That's for damn sure. Oh, this hand looks great. We've got 4 lands, 2 of our mill creatures, a decent mutator on top of it all. Like, yeah, this is lovely. Lovely. Let's lead off with Temple Garden. I don't necessarily want to commit the channel lands just yet, if we can avoid it. Also, at this point, we don't know if Castle Locthwain is going to be entering untapped or not. Right now, it's looking like it's probably going to be tapped. That's a mild bummer, but not the end of the world. Ooh, and by the way, we're going up against Sarkhan, Soul of Flame. 2/4 for 3. Copies Dragons. Copies Dragons. Who doesn't love copying dragons? Can't confirm. Copying dragons? Excellent time. Highly recommend. Alright, so that can be sacked for 2. Now, we're in Is It, so we don't have... Our opponent doesn't have, like, Mirim or a lot of the other 5-color draconic nonsense that, you know, we've learned to, I don't know, love? Hate? I don't know. Like, it's out there. It just is. You know, they don't have that stuff going on. So we'll see how they build this. They'll see what they get to. Honestly, when you're playing dragons, as long as you have red, you'll find stuff to work with. And red-blue, you can do some neat things. Now, they only have 1 red here. They can get 2 there. Lapis Orb of Dragonkind, that's fantastic. That will definitely help them do what they're here to do. To the point where I'm pretty sure I'm going to blow that up next turn with my Boseiju. I believe it's called. Ooh, no, that Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind is a much bigger threat. And they sacked the thing to get it out. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. That Carnelian Orb does strike me as an issue. I am going to ramp them. However, the reason that I'm most concerned about that particular orb is that it gives the dragons haste. If dragons are coming out with haste already locked and loaded, that is bad. I would much rather replace that Carnelian Orb with a mountain. Even if it's a dual land, that's fine. Just, or one of the gates. Oh, they grab an island? Interesting. Okay. It's very interesting. So now I'm really hoping to draw an untapped land. If we can get an untapped land, we have Vorinclex online. That's going to grab 2 more forests. And we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Vision of Tarkir. Okay. There's no way you don't have dragons in your hand, dog. Who's getting smacked? I'm guessing my Hulk. I'm thinking Hulk Smash is going to get wrecked here. Ooh. They're going after the Prowler. Interesting. Yeah, Moonveil Regent. I think that card's pretty decent. I think it's a lot better than... I don't know. I feel like a Moonveil Regent is underappreciated because it's card draw in that deck. And, you know, that deck could use card draw. Card draw's good, turns out. Well, it's not quite what I was looking for. However, it does get us the land that we need, so could be worse. And this thing's gonna have Death Touch now. Looks like we could use another white source. We've got 2 of everything else, so there we go. Perfect. Boop. That will do. And we crash on in. Hopefully they don't realize our 3/4 has Death Touch. Now they do. All right, cool. But they're already at 9. I mean, we're applying pressure. I'm mostly worried about making sure this deck doesn't set up, because when dragon decks get a chance to actually establish a board state, set up what they're trying to do, it can be devastating. The amount of power they can get on the board really, really quickly is kind of nuts. So I'm trying to just chip in. You're gonna bind my monsters? That's a bummer. It does smack you for 3, so that's something. And we have Dreadhound in the graveyard. That's great. All right. Let us collect. Boom. No big deal. Just we're gonna set this right down here. Let's go Triome and Tomb. Seems like a fine plan to me. We can rock out the Triome. I'm gonna punch you with a 4/4. If you're 2/4 back, you can block if you wish, but you don't, which is fine. I'm so not mad at that. Honestly, if we have a creature that is capable of mutating next turn, we can shock the Tomb in and use Nethroi to reanimate the Dreadhound, as well as like the Crow and the Prowler, and the Circle of the Lands Druid, and just mill. Yeah, by all means. Why would you down tick to hit collects? They have to have a way to follow up. They have to. Do I want to kill the Moonveil Regent? The Divine Thundermaw is terrifying. It absolutely is. But I honestly don't know that it matters. But I will. I'm playing the Reanimator deck. You want to give me an opportunity to put a creature in my graveyard? Let's go. Yeah, and then you get to, okay. And so you get to flip the invasion anyway. Whatever. I'm pretty sure we just have it next turn no matter what, so. 'Tis all good. Yeah, it gives me a creature to eat there. That's nice. Alright, I'm gonna shock that in. And now it's time to Biolante. Do I want to put it on the Migratory Greathorn? Get another land just cause? Nah, let's put it on the Hulkin. I want to smash. I want to freaking smash. Let's go. Oh, don't you dare. If you have an unsummoned or something, I'm gonna be super sad. Wash away. Oh, bro, you're running wash away. How rude. How freaking rude. Ugh. Yep. Coming at you. You're gonna give me an opportunity to kill this Thundermaw? Sweet. I'll take that. Worth it. 100% worth it. I'm gonna keep telling myself that. I'm super bummed. I want to get that Dreadhound. Man, I want that Dreadhound. I want that freaking Dreadhound. If we can get that Dreadhound live, game's over. They're freaking 2. So, big if though. All right, that puts us closer. All right, this is a goofy play. Because obviously mutating on top of a creature that's already that's pinned down isn't generally smart. However, this is going to give us a land that we need. So that's good. We'll take that. Then let's grab Titania. She is a reach blocker. I could have played out the Throne of Death there, but I didn't really see the benefit of it. I might regret that later. I don't know. But having the option of Egon, depending on if things, you know, go sideways or pear-shaped or whatever your choice of idiom is. All right. Here we go. Opponent's rocking Shivan Dragons. I mean, good old Shivan Dragons in the house. I'll chump. All right, opponent, you got me. I'll chump block. Now they still have the Lapis Orb. Let's see, I have 9 mana, so I can try to do this again. If this resolves, I'm pretty sure we win. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very sad. All right, it's looking like it's gonna resolve. Let's go. Ding ding. So we're getting counters. Cool. Let's grab that. And as many little Mildorks as we can get our hands on. All right, cool. And we get our last land, just for good measure. We'll take it. All right, cool. So these are gonna mill. They're gonna trigger the Dreadhound as long as we're milling creatures. We got 1 there. That's enough. Because we got more triggers. Mill 4. You'd better believe I'm gonna mill 4. We got him. That's it. All right, tight. Dreadhound, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Boom. I love this deck. I love doing it. Did I have fun? I had a blast, dog. Thank you, Arena, for asking me, because this was great. Kudos to our opponent for rocking some fun Is It Dragon action. I definitely respect it. I do think Sarkhan is a really cool build around. So, like, it's neat to see that. That's actually one of the things that's nice about Historic Brawl. You see some cool decks that people are running. Thank you so much for checking out this deck tech video. And before you go, I want to give a huge shout out and huge thank you to my patrons. For as little as $1 a month, these folks are able to help me do what I do and actually keep the lights on and keep me pumping out these videos on a more regular basis. So if you would like to help out as well, dear viewer, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for even considering it. And I want to give a special verbal shout out to my mythic patrons at the $10 level. And those are Angry Jellyfish, Bunyip, Else89, Carl Ligon, Ryan, Veilrith, X of Most Trades, and Yuck Foozy. Thank you so much for the support as I've been tackling this content creation journey. It is fantastic. I love having you on the team. So, thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one.